Thought you were done with me, didn't you? But I got 2 more to show you. I don't want you to get freaked out by the fractions. Okay, so solve these equations. See, look, I'm just getting started. Don't even care what the numbers are because I got my handy teeny dandy cheat machine right here. Draw a river. Why? Because it's an equation. Then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to start combining like terms because I want to simplify so my equation is in the easiest form as possible. So I simplify these equations. There's this expression on the left side. I'm going to go circle the terms that match. Now you see that negative x? That negative x is really a negative 1x. If you forget that it's a 1, I always put it there. And the first, it's the negative because there's a negative sign right out front of it. Am I going to circle the negative 3? No. Am I going to circle the positive 3x? Oh, heck yes, because it's got an x on it, and that's the one I circled first. So if I plug in negative 1 plus 3/4, I get negative 1/4. Now, notice I did not put the x in there. I've only put the coefficients. So I only put the numbers in my calculator because I know the x is going to stay. So I'm not worried about putting the x in there. I'm worried about putting the coefficients in there. Oops. So I'm left with negative 1/4 x. So that term and that term are taken care of because I put them in one pile because they're the same kind of term. Go back. Let's go get another one. Let's get another one. I've got a minus 3 and a plus 5. So a negative 3 and a plus 5 makes a plus 2. Can you simplify them anymore? No way. Those terms do not match up. This is an x term. This is a naked number term. So they do not go together. Do not put them in the same pile. They have to stay separate. My equal sign, now 0. What are you going to do to 0? Ain't nothing to do to 0. Just bring it in. All right. So now, oh my gosh, this better look familiar. This is just an easy peasy two-step equation that you did last year, maybe even the year before. I can't even really remember. So you have this x, and you've got negative 1/4 trying to multiply, and you got the 2 trying to add to it. What's easier to stop? In its tracks. Let's get this plus 2 away. How do you get plus 2 away? Inverse operations. We're going to minus 2 on both sides because it's an equation. Whatever's over here on the left side, I'm going to go do it and keep it on the left. So I got negative 1/4 right there. And then what happens to your plus 2 minus 2? They zero out. What happens to 0 minus 2? And now I'm on the right side of the river, so my answer stays on the right side of the river. My equal sign stays on the river. All right, then how am I going to get that 1/4, negative 1/4 away from the x? Well, I don't really know negative 1/4 times what equals negative 2. So I am going to work the math and divide by negative 1/4, divide by negative 1/4. So they cancel, which I know that. So they become a plain x over here. That's the whole purpose. And then you punch in, just in case you wanted to, negative 2 divided by negative 1 fraction 4. And then I forget this all the time. I forget to scoot out of the fraction. Scoot out of the fraction. And I get 8. 8. Well, are we so sure that that answer is 8? How can we be so sure? Okay. How can we be so sure? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to plug it back in. And every time we see an x, we are going to plug in an 8. Now, that first term that we're going to plug into is negative x. That negative is its own part of the problem. Do not get rid of it. It's negative, insert 8, minus 3 plus 3/4. Instead of x, we're going to insert 8 plus 5. So if you plug that in your calculator, negative, insert 8, close parentheses, minus 3 plus 3 fraction 4 I got scoot out your calculator. I should do it this way. Maybe you could see me then. See all that? Let's see, I gotta lean it up funny. All right, so then I'm gonna insert 8 plus 5. Okay, cross your fingers. Oh, whoop, whoop. Oh, thank goodness. 0. What should we have gotten? 0. Huh. Hallelujah. Are we happy and we know it? Circle our answer. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop.